Hello, welcome to another lesson. In this lesson, I will explain single sign-on, which we call SSO, and OAuth. Single sign-on and OAuth are widely used today to manage identity and access securely across many applications. And this lesson is going to explain how we use them for modern login systems in a way to reduce risk while improving usability. Let's get right into it. Why does modern authentication exist? Modern systems needed a better way to handle access. Users access many applications every day. Also, managing many passwords can create security risk, and password reuse makes attacks easier. Also, centralized login can improve both security and usability. And that's the essence of single sign-on and OAuth. So what is single sign-on? Single sign-on or SSO simplifies authentication across systems. It allows one login for multiple applications. The user authenticates once, and then connected services trust the authentication. Now, what are the everyday examples of SSO? SSO is already part of daily life. You log into Google once, you access Gmail, Drive, and YouTube. SSO also applies when you are accessing your work tools with just a single corporate login, and the experience feels seamless to users. I'm not going to lie. Let's now consider how SSO works at a high level. SSO relies on trust between systems. This is how it works. The user logs into an identity provider, then the provider verifies the identity. After that, applications trust that provider and access is granted without re-entry passwords. The provider could be Google, or it could be GitHub, it could be Microsoft. Now, what are the benefits of SSO or single sign-on? SSO improves both security and convenience. We have fewer passwords that you don't need to struggle to remember. Also, SSO helps reduce password reuse. It helps us achieve centralized access control, and it creates this simpler user management that makes things convenient and easy. SSO has its own risks. Let's consider a few of them. SSO must be protected carefully because one account becomes a high-value target. Also, a compromise can affect many systems. Strong protection is very required to solve this, and multi-factor authentication becomes very essential in this case. OAuth solves a different access problem. It is an authorization framework, and it allows limited access without sharing passwords. Also, it is widely used in modern applications, and it focuses on delegated access. Now, let's break it down in simple terms. OAuth lets user approve access safely. Here are some use cases. An application can ask for permission, then the user approves specific access, then the application receives a token, and after that, the user's password is never shared. Here is an example of a use case. For instance, the user is trying to use an application, and the application is requesting permission. Then after that, the user approves specific access. Then after that, the application receives a token. The user's password is never shared while the access has already been given by the user. Let's now consider some everyday examples of OAuth. OAuth is used across many platforms. It is used in signing in with Google. It allows apps to access your profile. It allows you grant read-only permissions, and you can revoke access later when needed. We look at authentication versus authorization in OAuth. OAuth focuses on authorization, not logging. Authentication proves identity. OAuth handles authorization. Tokens represent permissions, and scopes limit what applications can do. Tokens reduce risk compared to passwords. Tokens are short-lived, they have limited scope, they are easy to revoke, and they are safer than sharing passwords. Misconfiguration can create security gaps, and some other mistakes are permissions that are too broad, tokens that live too long, insecure token storage, and missing access reviews. Let's now consider SSO, OAuth, and the CIA triad. Since we started this cybersecurity course, we've seen that modern identity systems support core security goals. So we can say for SSO and OAuth, confidentiality is protected through limited access, integrity is protected through scoped permissions, availability is supported through centralized control, and identity becomes the new security perimeter. Let's take a summary of what we've learned so far in this lesson. This lesson has explained how modern access works. We've seen that SSO simplifies authentication, enables secure delegated access, tokens replace password sharing, and poor configuration introduces risk. Let's take a test together. The question is, what does OAuth primarily solve? Here are the options. Try to pause the video, read through the options, pick your answer and drop that in the comments, then come back to play the video. What's the correct answer? The correct answer is C. It allows applications to access resources without sharing passwords. That's all for this lesson. Please, if you're here to subscribe to our YouTube channel, kindly do that now. Also, do not forget to like, share, and comment. Thank you so much, and see you in the next lesson.